Greetings, welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host, Jefficho. My co-host is always Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
So, Chris, Moist Vessel, episode 4.
They just wanted us to say moist.
Well, we did.
I don't think the vessel was even that moist.
Yeah, it got pretty moist. I mean, there were flooded decks.
Moist. Okay, moisture was present.
Yeah.
But okay, well, which vessel do you think was the moist one?
I would say the one that didn't recover from being moist. I mean, it started out with the emotion, but then it went all like rocky. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, rock is less moisture.
That's true.
Life's too short to be hung up on whether everyone on the ship likes me.
I'm sure there's at least a few who don't.
And who cares? Not me. So who are these few people? What did they say? Do they not like me? You know what? I don't care, but if someone said something I feel like I should know. Who was it?
We also get a captain's log and the U.S.S. Merced working on an ancient generational ship.
Ooh.
And they're like planning on terraforming something, but everybody's mummified and dead, so it's a little late for that.
Mm-hmm. And of course, we're immediately onto the budget-saving sister ship trope.
Yeah. Doesn't matter if it's animated. We're still budget saving with
yes,
the sister ships.
Marseille, of course, being another California city. We are all California all the time.
Captain Durango.
Mm-hmm.
He pretty much explains the same thing the captain did, just about molecular fluid generates life from inorganic material.
Where have I heard this before?
I don't know. I think there's a few references in this. We're gonna hear from other things.
Okay.
Beckett does a lot of yawning.
Mm-hmm.
And that pisses off Mom a bit more.
Yeah.
Helps her enact a plan.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jack gave her the idea, like, why don't we just give her shitty tasks?
Anyway, let's see what I got assigned. Turbo lift lubing, holodeck waste removal, and scraping carbon off the carbon filter.
Ooh, those are the worst jobs on the ship. Scraping carbon off of slightly harder carbon. That's Klingon prison stuff.
That's why you're the captain.
Yeah.
So, of course, we have, like, I think this is just Captain Narcissism, right? Like, everything has to be her idea. We're going to do this the best way. This is how they do it on the Enterprise. We're going to do it here. And she needs recognition. She needs to be promoted. She needs...
Yeah. Well, like I said, some of these captains might not be the best captains in Starfleet. I wonder how Durango is going to get his command back after pretty much causing his ship to get destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
So Brad and everybody gets their assignments,
mm-hmm.
and Tendy screws up some Ascension.
Yes. So I was thinking, what star are we here? Is this Star Trek or Stargate?
Stargate, man.
Because they're talking about this Ascension. I'm like, yeah, that's Stargate.
Yeah. Dr. Daniel Jackson.
Yeah.
She screws up Connor's little Ascension because he's the Ascension guy.
He's the Ascension guy. Computer, colorful sand.
Yeah.
That was a good gag.
I like that.
Yeah.
What is Beckett cleaning? Holodeck waste removal?
I really want to know what was behind the bleeps.
Yeah.
I've
got her entering bleep out of the holodeck's bleep filter.
I think it's come out of the cum filter.
Yeah. People really use it for that. They mostly use it for that. There are some great lines in this.
Yes. DS9 sort of touched upon that, and I guess we're just diving headlong into that now.
I'm gonna get the Blu-ray. I want the unbleeped version.
Yeah, right. Oh, do you think they will have unbleeped on the Blu-rays?
I hope so.
She's having a great time.
What?
She's finding little ways to inject joy into otherwise horrible tasks.
Then give her worse jobs.
I've got her emptying out of the holodeck's filter.
Ugh, people really use it for that?
Oh yeah, it's mostly that.
Oh,
Captain has a new plan because shitty jobs just ain't working. Beckett's just having fun with it. So they promoted her to lieutenant.
It's the worst thing you could have done.
Yeah, pisses Brad off. He's like, what? She breaks all the rules.
This is like the exact opposite of the time Kirk was demoted as a reward. She is being promoted as a punishment.
You've caused so much trouble, we're gonna make you captain the flagship again.
It is the judgment of this council that you be reduced in rank to captain. You be given the duties for which you have repeatedly demonstrated unswerving ability, the command of a starship.
Beckett's going nuts with these tedious tasks, sitting in a meeting about chairs.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta have the right chair.
You do. And I was wondering watching this if the rest of the senior staff was actually in on this, or if they're actually that mind-bendingly dull.
Yeah, I was hoping they were in on it, because the security chief is just really good at keeping straight face, but when they were doing the poker, I'm like, I don't know if they are.
You fold! Everyone folds!
Just gets called for an ops schedule review of ops.
Mm-hmm. And then
seems tedious.
Yeah, then she can audit the review of ops.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, that seemed like what Troy and Riker did, but we just never sat through more than 2 minutes of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't a, let's just shy away from this part of the aspect of ships. It's there, we know it's there.
Ensign Boimler, report to bridge duty at 15:30.
Oh, I'll report to bridge duty. And they'll get exactly what they deserve.
What?
Oh, nothing. That was a holodeck. Moriarty.
Exactly what they deserve.
Brad thinks they like it when you screw up.
I really wanted to see more of Rebel Brad.
Yeah.
I did like the gag that we ended up with, but I wanted to see more of him being really lame while attempting to be bad.
Yeah, I love it. Everything's just going to hell, and he's just like, oops, coffee on your groin.
Oh, you kidding me?
No repercussions, though.
Yeah, we had way more build up for Bad Brad than we actually got.
Oh, I'll report to the bridge. What was that? I meant holodeck. It was Moriarty.
Yeah.
It's a good reference, but why would Moriarty be on your ship? Let's get him off of the Enterprise. Let's put him on a California-class ship. Mm-hmm. Captain Durango decides to adjust position so he can feel more important, and it looks like he fucks everything up. His tractor beam becomes too powerful, and it rips part of the generation ship, and just causes this emotion to climb up the transport. It fucks everything up, Chris.
Yeah. From what we saw briefly, it sort of seemed like his ship was a little more professional, but maybe not. Maybe all the California-class ships are just fuck-ups.
Maybe his crew's professional, but he isn't. Seems like he's got an issue, like, you know, who's better, which captain, because they went to school together. Or they served on the same ship before. Jack's floating on the bridge, which I liked. It's like, sweet.
Riker style.
Yeah.
Talking about sensual peninsulas.
Yeah, we got some hull flooding. Even though it's animated, I thought the hull flooding looked really cool. I was just like, I want to see that happen in real life. Rocks start forming everywhere. Tendi ends up
Some of the rocks are explosive for some reason.
Yep. Well, those little pink things would make explosions happen. I liked when Beckett and the mom were just like trying to tunnel through, and they're like, "Your rock's not sharp enough. You want one with a pointier end. It's working just fine."
Yeah.
It's just maybe you'd want one with more of a point. Oh my God! Why do you have to second guess every choice I make? To help you, Beckett. What am I supposed to do? Just have to be in charge. What I would prefer is if you would just let me do me.
And then they climbed down the big shaft, which looked like Genesis.
That was of course we're really leaning on the Genesis kind of idea, and we actually didn't get an explicit reference for it, which is, I think, unusual, because they've been calling out their references pretty regularly, but that shot did remind me of the Genesis cave.
For sure.
Yeah.
Some people who master the art of alien meditation can achieve inner peace. Then they transcend the physical realm and become a being of pure energy. Isn't that cool?
Oh, like a Q or the Traveler.
Mummy and Beckett are working out pretty good together as a team. At the end of the episode, that doesn't work out so well for them.
No, I don't think Mariner likes that.
We'll be a good mom and daughter team. Yeah, you just wrote your death warrant there.
Yeah.
We get an Admiral Viserys comes aboard with some redhead, and he's just like, "Hey, sensors." Yeah, and so Beckett makes fun of him. She gets her demoted.
Yeah.
Which is what she wanted.
Oh, whoa. I am sorry. Are you trying to say the word sensors? Because to me, you're saying sensors. What is that?
But sensors. Yes, that's right. It sounds right to me.
Me too. I say it like that.
What? No, you don't.
Tendi and Connor, man, like, I enjoyed that. I was
Tendi's a great time.
Yeah. It actually hurts for her, for someone not to like her. I get that. When Connor saves her when they get out of engineering, and he has a giant rock fall on him, which doesn't kill him. And then he gets
it's like, oh, there he's gonna do it.
And it's just like, oh, this is cool. Connor's just some weird guy that like is never gonna ascend, and he just like did it, and he admits that. And then once he gets hurt, I'm just like, he's ascending here. And then like a minute later, he starts ascending. And it's the most painful thing ever.
That I was actually very impressed with that whole sequence for just a bunch of different reasons. Like, first of all, it looked great. I really liked all the visual effects and like the great bird of the galaxy or whatever that formed around him. And
I'm still beating! It's happening! I'm everywhere and nowhere! I can see everything! I'm turning into pure energy!
Why is it taking so long?
Just all the way it was animated was great. The guy's delivery of all the lines was really good.
It's been a while since I showed you Highlander, but when he chops off the guy and he becomes like everything at the end, he's flying up there and there is like this great bird and stuff like holding him up there. I'm just like, this is familiar.
But yeah, so the universe rests on the back of a koala. Why is he smiling? What does he know? It's beautiful.
Like, yeah, the delivery, I'm laughing so hard at this.
Yeah. Did the Q know about the koala?
Yeah.
Is the koala a Q?
Is the koala above the Q?
Is he? Yeah, is the koala above the Q? Like, what did this guy turn into?
It did not.
No.
It was so painful. Like,
I feel like ascension and being one with the universe is probably pretty fundamentally incompatible with a human mind. So whatever he's turning into is probably not an easy transit.
What we know of Ascension through Stargate, Chris.
Yes, Daniel Jackson, this guy is not.
Yeah, no, like, but even when Jackson was ascended, like, he knew a lot, but when he came back down, it was gone.
Yeah.
So we know any knowledge that if he ever comes back.
Mm-hmm.
Tendi did kiss him, though. There was some romance there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a desperate plea, though.
We didn't get to follow up on any of our romances this episode, though.
I think this one was out of left field, because this is like, oh, he does like me. He doesn't hate me. I'm gonna kiss him. We see everybody's cleaning up. We see this one chick, and she's got Medusa-like sunglasses.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The guy in the background, too. That's a nice little nod.
Starfleet standard issue leaf
TOS.
blower as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Beckett gives Brad her little card there so he can go to replicators later.
I had a problem with this. I know that's a weird thing to have a problem with, but I'm like,
officers.
How could there possibly be a difference between what officers are allowed to get out of the replicator and what regular crew members are? It's a replicator. It uses the same matter. It doesn't matter what kind of food you're ordering. This is the stupidest division, and it makes no sense.
I thought it was just a joke of Brad, like, being like, oh, just everything tastes so much sweeter upper deck. Like, oh, their pasta's better and everything.
It can't be. I don't get it. So that bothered me. Yeah. Other than that, good episode.
Yeah, I said last episode was my favorite episode. I think I laughed much more in this one, so... Yeah, they're just getting better for me.
I think that's about right. I'll give this one the edge just for the whole Ascension gag there. That was beautiful.
Why is he smiling? What does he know? The secret of life is...
Alright. Well, good luck being everything.
If I'm gonna show people this series, like, this is definitely the episode they have to watch before they give up. So next week, we get to see Brad's girlfriend. They had a great holodeck joke about that, which was kind of a shot at Gordon on Norval.
Yeah. And we're real excited for the U.S.S. Vancouver.
Yeah.
Was that another California class? Are we budget saving sister ship again?
It's a different style,
It's different? Okay. Yeah. All right. Because that would make more sense.
Yeah, no, I talked to Mike the other day, the show creator, and I was just like, he's like, hey man, you're not really shitting on my show like you would Discovery. And I'm just like, well, I don't really hate it yet. So he's like, hey, want a ship name? I was like, yeah. I was like, Canucks, we're in the playoffs, but maybe that's a little too on the nose. Maybe Vancouver, because you're doing California stuff. It's like, yeah, sure. I like, no sister ship. I don't want a sister ship thing.
That's great, Jeff.
Yeah.
I'm real glad you had a
True
conversation
story.
with this show creator. Yeah. That's good for you.
Did you say it's because probably we do some computer animation work out here in DC?
There was, I'm going to look into this before the next episode, but there was a little credit at the end of the first episode at least for some kind of BC, British Columbia animation or filming thing. So there's some work being done up here. So that's probably part of the reason for the name, and I think the other part of the reason for the name is just that old, oh yeah, I totally have a girlfriend, but she's from Canada joke. So of course she's on the U.S.S. Vancouver.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing that ship. That's going to be our ship, Chris.
That is going to be our ship, yeah.
Captain, we have a serious problem here. Terraforming fluid is dissolving the hull.
Structural integrity is in serious jeopardy of breaking down.
Are you out of your mind?
Environmental irregularities detected.
Emergency force field, corridor 89!
Any final thoughts on this one?
I'm with you. I think this is getting better with time. If I'm being honest with myself, I would probably really not like this if it was live action. I'm still on the, like, I know I'm overlooking a lot of things because it's a cartoon.
Yeah, I think I took that step in this episode further because it's a cartoon.
Yeah, but I am enjoying it. I'm having a great time with this, and it keeps going like it's been going. I'm going to keep enjoying it, and I'm going to keep recommending it to people. So I'm not going to think too hard about that. I'm just going to let that stay there in my brain, and I'm going to keep having a good time.
I mean, this episode had a lot of good jokes, too, that I really liked. Again, Brad was evil Brad, man. That was just funny as hell. So, yeah. Well, looking forward to next week's. And as always, thanks for watching.